would you want to know how much time you have? Because I think that's a question that a lot of people may wonder about. Like, would I rather know, or would I just rather it just happen? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why I'm asking that question.
Yeah,
So let us know, because I'm curious to know how other people feel about that. But you can go ahead and ask.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
I just gotta ask questions.
no. I'm glad you do.
Yeah.
Just interrupt me.
Yeah.
Because I was talking. But anyways, yeah, I did want to know, because I did not want to live not knowing, because it's scary, right? But when I asked the question, to be honest with you, I thought he would say maybe 15 years. Okay, you're not gonna get like really, really old, you know. But he told me 5 years. I was like, okay, 5 years. I had not expected 5 years. And he was telling me 5 years, give or take. He said there's no cure. Now he says they're working on trials, and unless there's a cure that comes about through one of the trials, and there's trials going on all the time, but he says I would start working on my bucket list.
And a bucket list just means, for anybody that doesn't know, to do all the things that you probably dreamed of doing in your lifetime that most of us probably will never do. I mean, realistically, because I want to go to I want to travel the world. I mean, I don't know if I ever will, but that's something I want to do. I want to just travel. So yeah, that's just basically just doing the things that your heart desires.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah.
It's hard to even talk about, but.
And I think we all have things that we said, okay, before I die,
Yes.
I want to do this.
For sure.
I want to go on a world cruise or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, when he told me this, and my pastor was right there, and I had brought him for support. But yeah, it was kind of a hard pill to swallow.
Did you cry?
No, I don't think I did.
Okay.
I don't think I did. Huh. Interesting. No, I didn't. But I was probably a little misty. I don't remember right now, but I know I didn't cry.
And how long ago was that?
That was in 2019.
Okay.
So,
okay.
and to this year's 2024, right? So this is my 5th year, you guys. And I'm still here, and I am, I guess you could call me a thriver.
Yes.
I looked up the definition.
Yeah.
But I have been living my life just differently. I am on a PARP inhibitor, which prevents cancer cells from making a connection to build tumors, and so I've been on that for 5 years now, and it served me well. Usually people aren't on that this long. Usually you're on it for 2 years, and my oncologist actually retired, but he left all his patients that were doing well on this drug on it, and he said, well, it can't do any harm, but it's doing well.
Can't hurt you,
Right. And so I am one of the patients that's been on it for this long, and we're still alive. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful to God that it's still working, because the fear is, or what usually takes course, is that cancer will adapt, and so we can treat it, we can fight it with certain drugs, but after a while, it outsmarts us. And
so you're basically saying it's only so long before
right.
the body will get used to the medication. Okay.
And so, of course, when that happens, then the cancer will come back, and we'll try to treat it with another drug. And that's why all these, research projects that are going on is important, because if I didn't have this PARP inhibitor that I'm taking on a daily basis, then probably I would not be here today. Yeah. So very important. But of course it has a lot of side effects, and just from all the chemo and the radiation, my body's taking a big hit, and you may look at me thinking, oh well,
she looks normal.
Yeah. But there's just a lot going on, neuropathy. I have a really bad case of chemo brain too. It's like I forget a lot of things. I have problems concentrating. I used to be able to just multitask. I can't anymore. I have to like take things slow. I have to double check everything I do work wise. I still work full time. And so it's just been a big change for me, a very frustrating transition for me to realize that I'm not the same. Not just physically because all the scarring and all, you know, everything that's going on there, but also, you know, just my mental capacity isn't what it used to be. I can't process things. You know, I can't remember stuff, and problem solving. I used to be like really, really good at it. Now it just takes me a moment, you know.
And it's, you know, it's a prime example of not judging a book by its cover either, because you can look at a person and think they look absolutely normal and nothing's wrong, and you just never know the story behind what they're going through, whether it be a illness, health illness, or it be mental illness, or just anything. You just never know what somebody's going through. And I'm a firm believer. Because a lot of people always tell me all the time, well, you look so normal, you wouldn't have never known that you're stage 4 kidney disease, or you've had cancer, or you know, you're going to need a transplant according to what the doctors are saying, whatever. You know, people just cannot look at you and tell those things.
I mean, I have met cancer patients that really look healthy. You know, I mean, they look just like nothing's wrong with them, and then, you know, they tell me I've had brain cancer several times. You know, they tell me this. I was like, man, if you hadn't told me, I mean, you look good, you look healthy, you know.
And then when even with your because Simone does the she has group meetings every month, and for cancer patients and survivors. And even when you telling me the last time you said, you know, remember that guy that was speaking, you know, he passed away. It's like you just, I'm like, what? You know, he didn't even seem like, he seemed fine.
Yes.
So I just don't.
So yeah, unfortunately that happens often. You know, somebody will say, well, you know, my cancer's gone, and then, you know, and I'm doing great, and then, you know, it will come back.
And just and happens that fast. Like, but I don't understand how, like, okay, so for instance, with my aunt, she had cancer, esophageal cancer. She was, at first she was like, she was fine, she was doing good, everything. Out of nowhere, it's like she just took a decline, and then next thing we knew, she was on hospice. Like, it just happened so fast. But I mean, I just don't know. I don't get how it works. It just.
Well, I think it's different for everybody, but sometimes, you know, you have signs, but we ignore the signs. You know, there's something that's not feeling quite right, but you don't address it, and then you let it go. And so then by the time you go and they find it, it's progressed too far. Yeah, and that's when, you know, it's oftentimes too late.
Yes.
You know, to do something about it. And then also just our overall health matters. So if somebody already has health issues, you know, it doesn't help.
Right.
You know, it makes it worse. It makes it worse. And then, like, I have a friend that had breast cancer, and she had it stage 1 when they found it, but she already had some other health issues going on. So it really made it more difficult, and they didn't know how much chemo they could give her because of it. So it just, every case is different, and situations, you know, demand different types of treatments. And then, you know, if your overall health isn't good, and then you can't tolerate the chemo, for example, as well, and they'll give you less, but, you know, then things just progress faster.
So basically what it's doing is it's just spreading, like, to organs and to the blood and to the brain. But it's gradually doing it, right?
Well, sometimes it's quicker than other times. Again, it just all depends. And then a lot of our diets aren't great. So we eat all the processed food. We eat a lot of sugar in everything.
Yeah, we want to talk about that for a second too. Yeah, talk about the unhealthy things that can cause cancer. So can you just talk to us about that?
I mean, they really say sugar is not a good thing for us to eat. You know, some people say cancer feeds on sugar.
I've
Now,
heard that.
yeah, and I've heard it a lot, but I also have seen a brochure that was published by a medical facility that said it's not proven. So this is out there though, that a lot of people say cancer feeds sugar. So I have really changed my sugar intake. Especially the white sugar, which is the refined sugar,
Yes.
is not good for
It's
you.
the worst kind.
So I have been, drinking coffee with the organic raw sugar. And Tina here had some coconut sugar. Yeah, I've tried that before, but I like the brand that you have. Yeah. So anyways, any type of processed food, all the fast food that's so convenient, that's,
The bad stuff.
delicious, yeah, the bad stuff that we just love. It's not good. You're really supposed to eat any type of green vegetable,
Yeah.
and
You
like
told
on
me
a
about-
daily
And
basis.
you told me about berries.
Yeah.
Raspberries, strawberries, blueberries. Actually, when you told me that, I started incorporating them in my diet all the time.
Yeah, it's good. I mean, specifically blackberries,
Yes.
and specifically the blueberries. So those are good for you, and tart cherries rather than the sweet cherries. And like really any green vegetable, but cauliflower is also good.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
And then when you do eat vegetables, if you can, get the organic vegetables. Or if you get the other vegetables, make sure you rinse it really
Clean and
well.
good.
Yeah, because what we don't realize is that the pesticide
Yes.
that it's sprayed with for it to be free from bugs and grow bigger and larger, we eat that if you don't get it off the vegetables, and so that's also a cancer.
Yep. Cancer causing.
Yeah, it can cause cancer. So then also I was told that the cow milk is not good for us.
Wow.
Because it wasn't designed for us to drink. It was designed for the calves. And so also, the cows are prepared with hormones. They shoot them up with all types of hormones, for growth hormones. So they give more milk, so they grow bigger and larger. And we, as a consumer, we eat all this. We drink the milk, we eat all that, and it's not good for our bodies.
So what milk do you suggest?
Almond milk,
Almond milk, okay.
cashew milk,
Okay. So nut milk.
yeah, soy milk.
Okay.
That's better than the
What
cow
about
milk.
meat? What meat?
Meat, okay. Well, if you're gonna eat beef, eat not a whole lot of it, and eat the grass-fed beef.
In moderation.
Yeah,
Okay.
and obviously it's more expensive,
Yes.
which was
You know-
another thing that I had to encounter. Anything that's good for you, you're
Costs
gonna
a
pay
lot.
more.
Yes.
And so if you eat chicken, obviously eat the chicken that is not cage. It's like eat the cage-free eggs and the cage-free chicken meat. So there's a lot of brands out there that offer that. And so that should be your choice. But again, it's a little bit more expensive than the regular chicken. But it's recommended that you eat that, and don't eat a lot of pork. And fish, okay, I found this interesting. If you eat fish, don't eat tilapia necessarily because it's not the cleanest fish. But they say you eat the salmon,
Yeah.
and then eat the salmon that's not farmed.
Right. Was it wild caught?
Yeah, eat the wild caught salmon, because what's really good on the salmon is the skin, right? And so the salmon that's in the wild, they eat the plankton of the ground, of the ocean or river, wherever they are. And so when they're farmed, they don't get that because it's not in their habitat.
Right.
And so when you eat the farm raised catfish, you don't get that benefit. So eat the wild caught salmon, and the same with the shrimp.
Yes.
See, now they farm raise
Yes.
the shrimp,
I know.
so they can get more shrimp, but it doesn't have the same benefits.
Right.
You see,
Right. Ooh, so much.
Yeah, I mean,
And
wow.
then you wonder why so many so-called healthy people are getting cancer.
Right,
Because
right.
like I saw this YouTuber, she went to the doctor. She wasn't feeling well. She found out she had lung cancer.
Okay.
Never smoked a day in her life.
Interesting.
Yeah, was complete like vegan. She worked out. She was fit,
Mm-hmm.
healthy. But she went through the whole journey on YouTube. But yeah, it just out of nowhere. And she was young, 29, 30, something like that.
Really young, yeah.
So, I mean, you just never know, especially when you think you're doing all the right things.
Yeah.
And then Dr. Dan, I don't know if you know about him. He's another guy on YouTube. Yeah,
No.
he just recently passed from cancer. Another healthy, fit guy, doctor. He was a chiropractor, but he was in like what you would
You would
consider
think,
perfect,
yeah.
shape.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Speaking of lung cancer, my mom passed from lung cancer, actually.
I was going to ask you about your parents.
Yeah.
So mom passed from lung cancer. Dad is currently fighting cancer.
Yeah, my
Okay.
mom. So my mom died of lung cancer in 2013, and
Yeah.
she was a lifelong smoker though.
Okay.
And we used to always like make jokes like, okay, you're gonna die of this, and we're gonna throw a pack of cigarettes in your grave. Yeah, wow. Yeah, and so my dad.
Not funny, but funny.
Right, yeah, right. So my dad turned 80 last year,
Mm.
and he was diagnosed with prostate cancer
Oh.
last year.
And what is like, is he stage 4? Or?
Yeah, he's
Okay.
he's stage 4, and actually it has spread all in his bones. But the good thing is that it has not gone to any of his organs.
Oh, that's
So
good.
it is all in his bones, and so he's got a lot of bone pain, bone discomfort, which I've had bone pain from one of the drugs that I was on. So with him, it is stage 4, and he's getting chemo, and his levels have gone way down. So he's responding well to the treatment, but yeah, it's not curable.
So that's what stage 4 means. It's just not curable.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
That's what it pretty
Yeah.
much means.
There's no.
Just so
there's,
people understand what
right.
that means. Okay.
There's no further stage. Yeah, in the end stage of
The disease.
yeah, and so we're treating it to prolong your life.
To make a lot
Yeah.
they give you longer time. Okay.
Right.
Because like with my kidney, there's 5 stages, so I had to learn the difference.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm
Mhm.
stage 4, so I have one more stage to go before I have to have my transplant.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, so, but I mean, I'm 5% or something like that from that. But,
okay.
yeah, but yeah.
Okay, so there's a little difference.
Yeah, it's a little different, huh? That's
Yeah.
all. Mhm.
Huh. Okay, interesting. See, I learned
Yeah.
some.
Yeah.
So I know you asked me to talk about the foundation.
Yes.
So because of my extensive cancer experience, and like I just mentioned, my mom died of lung cancer, and as I said, I'm the co-founder, and the founder of Faith Cancer Care Foundation is actually my pastor, and his mother died of multiple myeloma. So yeah, so after I was told that I had 5 years to live, I was a little down, and I tell people I'm a believer, and I believe that God has given me the strength just to make it through, and I never asked why me. I was just thinking that, okay, God's going to help me to make it through this, one way or another.
Right.
So I was sitting at my dining room table though when I had found out that I had 5 years to live, possibly, maybe a little more, maybe a little less. And so I said, I'm not going to sit here and just let this keep me down. I'm a little down right now. I'm in the valley, but I want to do something. I want to make something good happen out of this.
So is that how you came up
Yeah.
with it? Oh, okay.
And
so Wow.
so I said I want to form a nonprofit that helps cancer patients. I have all this under my belt, and I believe that I can help somebody make it through their journey, and just be there on their journey and help them in various ways. And so I asked my pastor. I said, "What do you think about us doing this?" And so he said, "Let's do it." And he actually, gave the money for the 501c3 organization and all that. And, with his mother having died of multiple myeloma, he said, it's a great idea. I think we need to do this. And so he's pretty much kind of letting me come up with the services, and he's just been in full support of it all. so through the foundation, we have various services that we offer to cancer patients. And initially, we wanted to just offer these services here in Montgomery County. But, people have heard about us, and so we've been helping cancer patients actually throughout the United States in one way or another. And go ahead.
Yeah, if you guys want to go back to one of my videos, I have a video where I share Simone's chemo care bag.
Yeah.
She'll talk about that too, but she actually has sent the bag to my aunt at that time. That was my aunt's bag that I actually showed in the video.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah, she's since passed, but she was so excited when she got the bag. And then you also sent it back to my niece who was fighting cancer at one point too.
Okay.
Yeah, so yeah.
Okay, wonderful. So anyway, so we provide these chemo care bags, and I came up with that because when I was going through my numerous treatments, a friend had given me one of those blankets. It's from Blanky Graham, and it was a really plush, nice blanket, and it was teal. And at the time, I was going through ovarian cancer, so it was my cancer color. But it had encouraging words on there. And so as I was laying there in my chair, it really provided some warmth because it's always cold in those rooms. And even though they give you a heated blanket, that doesn't last long. So you really kind of need your own blanket when you go. And it just felt, having that blanket meant a lot to me because I felt like somebody cared about me, to give me that blanket. And when I looked down, I saw all these encouraging words, and it made me feel good. And so based upon my experience, I said everybody needs to have one of these blankets,
I agree. Yeah.
And so then we also include a neck pillow in this chemo care bag just for comfort, because they have regular pillows, but they're just, you wake up with a crick in your neck.
I'll put a clip in the video, you guys, where you can see which videos, so you can go back and watch the video and they can see the bag itself. I took everything out in the video so you'll be able to see the whole,
good deal.
Yeah,
so
you'll
then
be able to see the whole bag.
So anyways, it has lots of great things in
really
it.
Nice.
But I'll move on since you got
I'll put
video.
you guys be able to see.
So we also provide free notary services to cancer patients. Oftentimes when you're going through this ordeal, you think about, hey, I need the power of attorney in place, or maybe a will.
Have you done all that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Actually, when I found out that possibly I have 5 years to live, I ordered my urn, and I put all things in order.
Okay. Was that hard to do?
No. I know it's because I know where I'm going.
Right.
So
She's awesome, y'all. I'm telling you.
Well,
I mean, if we could all just have this type of, like, I don't know. I can't really explain it because I'm a firm believer, unless you're in a situation, you really don't know how you would react to it. So it's like me listening to Simone talk and watching her strength, and to me it inspires me because I just don't know. I don't know how I would handle it. I mean, I believe I know where I'm going to. There's no doubt in my mind. But I think just to know. Even I don't know. It's just tough. It's even tough listening to you talk about it. Because it is. It's hard for me because you don't want to think about. I mean, I've grown to like love you. You know what I mean? So
I know I think it's harder for the people that care about you. But yeah, like you said, when you're in that situation yourself, like I can't imagine what you've been through. I mean, that sounds
tough.
I don't know how I would act. But we manage, and really truly with the help of God.
Absolutely. Couldn't do it without him, at least. I mean, I know for sure I couldn't. Even with the kidney like hanging on, and I know I'm gonna have to go through this horrible surgery once again that I went through before. That surgery was so terrible, and even to put somebody through it to save my life, because whoever saved my life is gonna have to go through what I went through as well. You know what I mean? Because they have to get theirs removed to go into me, and it'll possibly be my husband. So I can't. I don't know. I try not to think about it, but it's just, what can you do? You know
Right. You just have to keep going and be thankful for every day,
every moment,
every
minute.
Truly.
Yep.
And I think that's definitely something that this journey teaches you.
Yes.
Be thankful love life.
Yes, it humbles
Enjoy
you,
it.
huh?
Yeah, it does. Enjoy life. Live it to the fullest. Forgive.
Yes.
You know, just sometimes.
Spend time with your loved ones as
Yeah.
much as you can. Because even though, I just want to bring this up, even though Simone was given a so-called, well, God has the final say, we know that for a fact, but
Yeah.
according to doctors, what they say of 5 years, oh God, I lost my thought. Gosh, I lost my thought. I was going to say something important.
Yeah.
That's all I was going to say. So even though Simone was given this time frame, we don't know when our time is going to be.
Right.
Simone could outlive us. You know, we just don't know. So we can't look at it as, oh, she was given this time, oh my gosh, because tomorrow's not promised to none of us.
That's true.
So we all have to live the way Simone is living. Like she said, her bucket list. We need to make sure we start doing things that we really enjoy and wanted to spend time with our families, love on our babies, and if you have babies, fur babies, best friends,
Yeah.
whoever, just spend that time and make those memories, record videos and pictures and do all that stuff, even not knowing, you know what I mean? So I think that's just important that we all incorporate that, you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
I think life is too short, and
it is.
we really don't know when our time comes.
We sure don't.
You know, I mean, and so every day you really have to just try to celebrate life
Yes,
the best you can.
every day.
So, but okay, we were talking about the notary services and the
Yes.
will preparation. So
Yes.
we actually have an attorney in Nashville and an attorney's.
Which I need to do that too.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
do.
I need to work
Yeah.
on it myself.
So this attorney's office, they have just donated some will preparations to our foundation. So when you're ready to do that, let me know,
Yeah.
and then I'll
Definitely.
I'll put you in
Talk-
touch with the attorney's
Yeah.
office. So anyway, so they've donated some wills to us, and so that's important. So that's a service we're able to provide now. We also have in-person support group meetings now, and that was important to me because I think that we need each other
Yes.
to talk to. You need somebody that can relate to what you're going through. You know, we're all in different parts of our journey,
Yes.
and somebody may just have received the diagnosis, and another
Yes.
person may have already been through most of the treatments and all that. And so it's important to have somebody you can ask questions to, and you can, you know, be in a community of people
Absolutely.
that understand what
Yes.
you're going through. So you don't have to feel like an oddball.
Alone.
Yeah.
I feel like I
yeah.
always say that you never want to feel like you're by yourself.
Right. And it's like a safety zone, you know, because family members, they love us and they want to be there for us, and they are there for us, but they truly can't relate or can't understand like somebody that's been in your shoes.
Absolutely.
So it's very important to have that community, to
Yes.
have that contact. And so
I
we
agree.
offer these support group meetings where people can get to know each other. And during the meetings, we have talks. You know, you can see who else is there that has the same type of cancer as you. And after the meeting, you can connect, you can exchange numbers.
Yes.
And, you know, we share, you know, certain parts of our story certain times. So we have a certified sound therapist, and this is actually has some healing qualities. Last time when she was there, you know, people had a great response. Some people came in pain, and so afterwards they're like, man,
Feel better.
I can't even feel this right now.
Wow.
So we try to have you know, presenters there that will have information that are helpful. We have resources there for cancer patients, you know, on different levels.
Yeah.
Because everybody may need something different on their journey.
Yeah.
You know, one person may need a wig, so we have a wig for you. Another person may need to, you know, like get some help around the house, and that's very important.
Yes.
So we actually have some volunteers that come and clean the house for cancer patients.
Wow.
So I think they do it up to 3 times. And then there's another volunteer that will come and cut the grass. You know, so it's different things, or just any odd handyman jobs. If you need something like that around the house, we'll have volunteers that will come and do that
That's awesome.
for cancer patients.
Awesome.
because a lot of times we don't have the strength, we don't have the mental energy or the physical energy to do that, you know. Going through treatments or even after treatments. I mean, there's just so much going on in the body.
Yeah.
So we have those resources. We also have workshops, like we had a journal making workshop, we had a kombucha making workshop. We talk about healthy foods. So we have nutrition education.
You have a garden that you provide?
Yeah, we actually started a garden last year.
I did a video on that one too.
Yeah. Yeah,
By
yeah.
the way, you got to check that out on my channel.
And we continued the garden this year. We got a little grant to continue it, and we're actually having cucumbers and squash and watermelons. Those are the three things that are currently growing well, and so we've been giving that out.
I love watermelon.
Yeah. So yeah, at the next meeting we'll bring some.
Yeah, you gave me a squash. We went to this was also fun. Me and my mom went to the luncheon.
Yeah, so we have outings.
Yeah, it was a nice outing. My mom, we had a good time. We went to Cracker Barrel. Was it Cracker Barrel?
Yeah, it was Cracker Barrel.
And we had a great time. I'm gonna go ahead and end the video for now, guys, because we'll come back and reconvene where Simone can finish explaining, because we have a lot more to talk about when it comes to this. Just the whole, I want to ask Simone some more questions. Yeah, so we want to do that and also talk more about the foundation and different things. Thank you so much for tuning in to Tea Time with Tina and Simone. And
That's
Simone,
right.
thank
Here's
you.
my
So,
cup.
Oh, I had to make the tea. I had the hot tea ready. I was like, okay, which one do you want? Because I got like 1,000 different flavors
Yeah.
of tea.
I think I picked the right one though.
You did? You like that one?
Yeah, I
Good,
did.
good. I have a lot. I drink tea every day, like twice a day.
Oh,
So,
okay.
yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so thank you, Simone, so much
Yes,
for coming.
thanks for having me.
No, I appreciate you. I appreciate it. I've been wanting to do this video with her so long. If you guys watch my videos, you'll probably be able to tell, like, even the last video I put out, I mentioned you. I don't know.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I mentioned her in a lot of my videos. I don't know. She just inspires me so much, y'all, for real. But anyway, thank you, Simone, so much.
Thank you.
And we're gonna come back, y'all. We're gonna do this on a different day, different time. I'll let you guys know once we're ready to put that out. But
All right.
bye, y'all.
Bye, guys.